Hello, my worldwide students of political science, governmental studies, and ethics. I am Professor Dr. Kimathi. I teach with a purpose. I am teaching actually the Bible and the Quran. But when I tried to talk to the young men and women about God, they are completely alienated to the word. And I observed a young lady with a child who was very playful, and this lady was trying to feed the child. And the lady would run with the food to the child and give the child, and the child would take the food and continue playing and continue feeding. So I got a clue from there. So I said, what do they love? I noticed they love politics so much so that they are ready to pay the ultimate price. They are ready to go in the streets, and they don't care that those stopping them out so that they would get shot at. I realized that they are very interested in politics. So I decided to put the word of God like a capsule and surround it with politics so that now they can listen to me.
We are very glad to be with you as one family. We came from Ethiopia. Some people, the young one, may not know that Luo are extended up to Ethiopia side.
I'm Professor Kimathi, Professor Dr. Kimathi. And there are rules in political science. One, that you don't just teach political science. This is a tool. It's a tool of power. You are putting your hands, you are filling your hands with power. If you don't have power, people come and remove the snuff from your nose. Yes, and they will take your property. Now, when you are exercising politics, the word is very powerful. So I teach English words, vocabularies that you should have a notebook and write what they mean. And last time I talked about cavalier. And you know, English words have roots. Charles, there was a civil war. The peasants were fighting the King, Charles of England, and there are those who were fighting, helping him. And those peasants were not fighting King Charles for nothing. He had become too much. So that those guys who were supporting the king in his fight, in his defense from the peasants, they were being called what? Cavalier. Why? That's what comes from now, that English word. It means somebody who is uninterested in important matters. Because here was England, which was being milked dry by the king. And the peasants said, no, enough was enough. So that they organized themselves into a strong fighting young men. And the king fought back. And he was being helped. That is King Charles I of England. And this is why when you are teaching politics, we teach also history as a minor subject. Look at this. Words have power. So that, and they have history. English words have history. Cavalier, therefore, were called so because they were insensitive to the cause of the resistance. They were called cavalier. And now the word is there. You can use it. You're saying you guys are cavaliers because you don't feel anything when in Kenya we attacked 30% for income. But go to Texas, where I was just recently, and it is 8%. Why? Why should we pay 30% from our pockets? And these guys in Texas are paying on 8%. You know, now that is what means that you are being there to be milked. So words are very powerful. In politics, you are taught to use words and even explain them. English is for the elites in Kenya. That's why you find that these guys ruling us are always speaking English, even when they're supposed to speak in the Koile language, which is Kiswahili for everybody. So that Cavalier, you have to understand, write it down. And it's also good to know the words which would be closer to that, so that you tell your students, because you are being taught to teach. Look, when we were studying ourselves, that is a long time ago, when there were not teachers, by the way, we in Standard 3 would be teaching those one in Standard 1, because the teachers were very few. And those who are in Standard 6 would come and teach us. That's how we managed to get a PhD. Look, Cavalier, you have to know about this other word, Kavila. Kavila is for those who make unnecessary complaints. You find a guy making, talking about the airport is being sold and nonsense like that. When the weightier things, they are not sensitive to them. Cavalier, they are not sensitive to what is happening. You find that people are not sensitive. That my house at Kayole is a borough of Nairobi. And within that estate called, a large estate called Kayole, we had another estate, small estate inside an estate, Nyama Villa. When you see Nyama, means in Kikuyu and also in Kiswahili and even in Zulu language, means meat. So Nyama Villa is where you'd go and get meat. And there I had spent 150 million to have a place where I can be getting money from. They came, they destroyed it. Not only mine, but many others. That one tells you that these people are Cavalier. They have a Cavalier attitude. And my complaint is not Kavila. It's not just a small matter. It is very weighty matter that is giving me the energy to get out of retirement and bring about the young men and tell them, look, I'm teaching you political science so that you can use it. This is actually preaching good governance. A governance which you follow the laws which are there. Yes, not criminals coming with fake title deeds and destroying our property and taking it. You'll be run some lawyers complaining about this. This is something very serious happening. And I said that I had learned, just when I wanted to sell it, to finish that altar, to the Lord, to Jehovah, to Ngai, the God of the Wakikuyu. Ramesh came with a fake title deed and took it. I could not sell it. It was worth 3.5 million Kenya shillings. So that I'm a pauper when I was supposed to be a rich man in Kenya. That is how bad politics is. And actually, we had a president called Moi, and he said, bad politics is bad life. I'm now facing very bad life because those who are ruling us all have a Cavalier attitude. They have no feelings. They don't care. They don't give attention to weightier things. They are just talking about giving money to people, not for development. In the government that you young men will make, the first person that you remove is the politician. He is the one taking all the money. Governors, MCAs, MPs, those are the real problem of this country. And our servicemen, remember this, give them double the salary, because the money will come from what you save from the politicians. Give them double salary. The police, give them 4 times more, and tell them like this, that we are doing this, we are setting up a government with a timeline, 2032. Cavilla, don't be a cavilla. Don't squabble over small things. So that's how powerful words are, and you must know how to employ them. Because when I send you to Germany to get funds for the 7 billion shillings, no, for the 13 billion shillings we need, they know English. Talk to them in good English. Yes? You look for beatific people. You say charismatic. Because in political science, we teach that those drivers have to look beautiful. This word beatific.